Hi, my name is Sagit. Today I'm going to teach you basic hip accents in belly dance, and I'm actually going to teach you 3 different types of accents. First, we're going to learn how to do the basic hip accent, then the up accent on one leg, and then the down hip drops. So we're going to start, as I said, with the basic step, which is hip accents on both sides of the hips. So I'm lifting the right and the left side alternating. And the first thing is to make sure you put the whole foot on the ground. From the heels to the toes, both feet are flat on the ground. The second thing, and this is the big secret to belly dance, is that most hip movements actually come from the knees. So if you lock your knees, if you straighten your legs all the way, you're kind of stuck. You can't really dance. You can't make your hip go up and down. So what you want is to bend your knees a little bit, not really sitting really low, but something in between sitting and standing up, so that you have the flexibility, the range of motion to make your hips go up and down. So we're going to go into a close-up so you can see my feet and my knees and my hips as I'm doing the basic step. So you can see that my feet are flat on the ground and I have my knees bent. Another important thing to remember is to put your feet at the width of your hips. You don't want it too wide open, you don't want it too close because this is uncomfortable as well. So make sure it's the width of your hips, and again, sit down a little bit with your knees. Now we want to lift the right side of the hip and then the left, so I'm going to straighten the right knee and then the left. But I'm not going to straighten it all the way. I don't want to lock the knee. Yeah, so this is correct. And now I'm going to show it wrong, straightening the knee all the way. Let me show you from the side. Sitting down, even when I'm doing the movement, my knee still stays a little bit bent. It doesn't go all the way back. So this is also a good indication whether or not you sit low enough, because if you're too high up, automatically your knee will lock. So you want to sit low enough, so even when you're doing the hip accents, your knees are still a little bit bent. Again, from the front. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now we're going to learn how to do the hip accent on one side, the up hip accent. For this particular accent, I'm going to change a little bit the positioning of my feet, and if I want to do the hip up accent on my right side of my hips, I'm going to put the right foot on the ball of the foot. So my heel is a little bit up. I don't want to be too high up because then I put pressure on my toes and it's not good. So you want to really just lift a little bit your heel. Make sure both knees are bent. Even though I'm going to work now with my right side of my hip, I still want this side bent, even though this side won't participate in the movement. I'm going to work only with my right knee. If I'm working now with my right side, I'm going to put my right hand on the hip, as if to show the audience where is the movement. So I'm really resting it on the hip itself, and now I'm going to lift the right side of my hip using my right knee. Lifting up and taking it down slowly. Because I want the accent to be up, it means also that the faster movement will be up, up, sharp, fast movement, and down slowly. Up, slow. Tuck, down. Up, down. Fast, slow. Fast, slow. Obviously, as the music is faster, it's not going to be as noticeable, but it's important that the accent will be with the music. So if the count of the music is 1, 2, 3, 4, on the count I'm going to lift my hip like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that as I'm doing this, my heel doesn't go up and down. Yeah, I can do this and nothing will happen here. The movement is not from the heel, it comes from the knee. So again, up, 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 and my heel doesn't move at all. Now if I want to practice on the left side of my hip, I'm going to put the left foot forward, the left hand is on my hip, up, up, up. Again, the right knee is also bent right now, but it's not working. What's making the movement happen is my left knee. So let's practice a little bit the up accents on one side with the music, but before, let me just show you what happens with the other hand. We said that if I'm working with my right side of my hip, my hand will be on the hip itself. The other hand goes next to the head with the palm facing up. You can lift the hair a little bit if you want. It might feel a little bit awkward at first, but it's for sure better than saluting like in the army or having a headache or getting a knock from the back. So like this. And let's try it now with music. So let's talk now about the third hip accent, the down accent. So with the feet I'm going to be like the one before, which means one foot is flat on the ground, the other is on the ball of the foot. Both knees are bent, and even though this side is also bent, I'm only going to work right now with my right side. So if I want it to be a down accent, it means that the fast movement will be down. So I'm going to lift so I have something to drop, but I'm going to do this slower than the drop itself. So lift up, prepare, and then just let the hip go down, just drop it, down. Up again, down. Up, down. Up, down. Let's talk now about the arms. If I'm working with my right side of my hips, my right hand is going to go a little bit behind to show again the audience where is the movement, like this. Make sure you have a little bit of an angle with your elbow to make it a round, nice movement. And the other hand will go up, and again we want a little bit the elbows to go sideways. Make sure not forward but to the side, like this, and the hand continues the line up. So again, I'm lifting a little bit and dropping. Drop, drop, drop. Let's try now with the left. Put the left foot forward, both knees are bent. Now the left hand will be near the hip, and the right will go up. We're going to lift slowly and then drop fast. Down. And again now, because the accent is down, this is what is going to happen with the rhythm of the music. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, on the counts I want to drop. So I lift before, I get ready, and I go down. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that with the music. One of the things that really characterizes belly dance is the separation between different body parts, and especially when we talk about the lower body and the upper body. So right now, if we want to work with our lower body, with our hips, we want to make sure not to move too much the upper body. This is something that gets better with practice. So usually I don't expect my students in the first lessons to be perfect about it, you know. But you can see that my movements are quite small. I don't exaggerate. Yeah, if I try to do it too much, then the whole body moves. With this one as well, I want to move only the lower part of my body, only the hips, and don't move the upper body. Try to really make small movements and not overdo it, so that your upper body moves as little as possible. And as you practice, it will get better to the point where it hardly moves. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, I would really appreciate your like. You can share the video, of course, with your friends. And if you want to get noticed once I upload new videos, you can subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.